Are you struggling to be noticed by women and find that it's difficult in the current dating market to find a girl that you're actually attracted to? Well, you're not alone, because a lot of men share the same frustration. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why that is and the harsh reality on why women ignore you until you get in shape. So by the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of female psychology and female nature. And this video will also serve as motivation to help you guys to get in shape and become the best version of yourself, which is of course the goal of my channel. I was once in your shoes as well until I realized this harsh reality that I'm going to discuss in this video. I was 220 pounds, out of shape, had a big gut, and I went from that to being 168 pounds, fully shredded, fully visible six-pack abs, and my life did a complete 360. So I know what I'm talking about when I discuss these topics, because I actually lived it. So without further delay, let's get into the reasons why women ignore you until you get in shape. Okay, so the first reason. So this one is a really important one to understand. So we as humans have a big ego, and we take our intellect and our intelligence and put ourselves on a pedestal above every other living creature. But the reality is that we as humans, we're still animals. We still have a more primitive and animalistic side to our brain. And this part of us actually operates on a subconscious level. A lot of times we're not even aware of it. You have to truly look inwards to understand this. And so women are no different. So women have this biological system within them, okay? This biological urge to find a partner that will provide them with the most highest chances of getting viable and strong offspring, and a partner that will provide and protect them if they need it. So if you don't take care of yourself and you have a big gut, then it signals to women that you are the complete opposite of what they need in order to get strong and viable offspring. Because if you're overweight, don't take care of yourself, you're likely in poor health, and the likelihood of you being able to protect her and protect your offspring goes down. So the same reason is the reason why men that are taller tend to be considered more attractive than men that are shorter, because subconsciously to women, seeing a taller man gives them the idea that this man can protect them because he's more imposing and bigger. And so a lot of people use this, as a coping mechanism. They always blame their height for why they can't get women and why they're ignored. The reality is, though, that your height is important, but there are other aspects of yourself that you can change that is in your control that can make up for your height. So I'm a perfect example of this. I'm not considered tall by any means. I'm about 5'9". I'd say I'm probably average height, but I made up for it by getting in shape, putting on muscle mass, getting abs, and I still get plenty of women. I have plenty of women that reach out to me, tell me that they're attracted to me. So I'm a perfect example of this. So don't give up hope if you're shorter. I can't say that height doesn't matter at all, because it does, but there's still things that you can do to compensate for it. So always have hope. For me personally, when I got in shape, I went from having 0 matches on dating apps to getting hundreds of matches, having women throw themselves at me. And the reason for this is because of this very reason that I discussed in this video. You being strong and having muscle signals to women that you can protect them and that you're likely to give them strong and viable offspring. So this should motivate you guys to work on yourself and become stronger, hit the gym consistently. So what are you guys waiting for? Okay, so let's get into the second reason why women ignore you until you get in shape. So when you're fat and overweight, you signal to women that you are lazy and undisciplined. This may or may not be true, and this is where that harsh aspect of this video really shines through. So the harsh reality is we humans tend to make subconscious opinions and impressions on people based off of our own biases. And whenever you see someone that's fat or overweight, the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, this person must be lazy. Obviously, I'm aware that there are circumstances where being overweight or fat can be due to underlying health conditions that are out of the control of the person. I am an ER nurse, so I am aware of a lot of different conditions that can prevent people from being as active as they'd like. For example, rheumatoid arthritis is a good example of a debilitating chronic illness that can cause issues, preventing people from being able to work out. But the reality is, women will still consider you to be lazy. So you have to work on being more disciplined and consistent with the gym and getting your body game on point. Now, what does a fit, jacked physique indicate to a woman? Well, a fit, jacked physique indicates to a woman that this is a man that's disciplined and consistent, which is a trait that is highly sought after, not only by women, but also men. Think about it for yourself. You're more likely to hire someone if you have your own business or company that's jacked because you know that this guy is more likely to be more disciplined and show up and do his job compared to someone that comes in that's fat, overweight, doesn't seem like they have a high level of consistency or discipline to them. Also, another thing or another perk or benefit of getting in shape is you'll also find that you'll be getting raises more frequently or promotions. I can attest to this myself. I am an ER nurse, and I was actually offered a position as the safety officer for my hospital, and this was only after I'd gotten in shape. I also noticed that I get raises more frequently than some of my other coworkers. And, it may just be just a correlation thing that I'm just a harder worker, but I think there's more to it. And I feel like my managers have been treating me better and have been giving me more frequent raises ever since I've gotten in shape, which is crazy to think that just me getting in shape, such a superficial thing, can have an impact on even my pay. All right, brother. So you're really going to want to stick around for this next reason that's coming up. But before I go into that, if you've been enjoying this video so far and have found value, then please like, please comment, please subscribe. It really does mean the world to me as a new YouTuber. Every like, every sub, every comment means the world to me, especially when you're new. I'm trying to reach a wider audience, and my goal is to reach 100 subs currently, and every subscriber that helps me to get to that is much appreciated. And my promise to you is with every video, I will continue to make my content better, more engaging, and provide you guys with the most amount of value. Once again, thank you for watching. Let's get into the next reason. Okay, so reason number 3. This is probably the most important one on this list, so you're really going to want to stick around to hear this. So the third reason why women are ignoring you, or it feels like women are ignoring you, is because of the current state of the dating market and the concept of female hypergamy. So if you guys are not aware, female hypergamy is a theory that women tend to partner up with someone that is in a higher social, economic, financial, or physical health than they are. And this goes back to this reason number 1 that I was talking about, that evolutionary aspect, where women are trying to find someone that will provide them with the strongest offspring. But when you combine that female hypergamy to access to the internet, where now there's suddenly millions of men that these women can get with, including celebrities, it's a recipe for disaster. And this is why there's the loneliness epidemic currently with young men. And this is probably the harshest truth or reality to come to grips with. So what do you do? So we can't really change the current state of the world, but what we can do is work on things that we can control. And what are some things that we can control? Well, ourselves. This is the goal of my channel, to improve yourself and become the best version of yourself. Because with the competition that men currently are facing, you have to use every advantage you can possibly get. And the easiest one that I can tell you guys to work on is your fitness. Because the reality is, a lot of men don't take care of their health. And you having six-pack abs is less common. It's more rare, I should say, for you to have six-pack abs than to be a millionaire. You can look up the statistic yourself. You're literally more likely to be a millionaire than you are to have six-pack abs. So let that sink in. So say if you do end up getting six-pack abs and you're a 5'4" male, okay? Yes, your height does count against you. But If you're in shape, you have six-pack abs, you're much more likely to find a partner than someone that's 5'4" and overweight. And what makes it even better is, say you're a 5'4" male and you have six-pack abs and you're financially in a better place. You have skills, you have other things that differentiate you from the millions of other people out there. Well, now you're in the top 10%. So I encourage you guys to work on yourself every single day. Think of life as a video game. Think of life as you being the main character and you're in a video game and you're trying to level up your stats. And eventually you'll get to the point where your stats will align with the type of women that you want. And when that happens, you'll find that happiness and that partner that you're looking for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really put a lot of work into this. And if you guys did enjoy it, then help me reach my 100 subscriber goal. Please subscribe, please comment. I really try to respond to every comment that I get, and I really appreciate it. And look into some of my other videos. I've got plenty of other videos related to fitness and becoming the best version of yourself. So once again, thank you guys for watching. This is Solstice, signing out.